All right, I have my vintage Kyosho Raider out here. This is an entry-level car from the late 80s and early 90s. Stock, it went about maybe 14, possibly 15 miles an hour. Now, I've done a few modifications to this car. I'm running a budget brushless setup in here. I have a Surpass Hobby 60 amp ESC and a Surpass Hobby 540F, so it's really a 380 sized motor. You can see the fins on it, that's why it's called an F. And it's 4370 kilovolts. So this car is extremely light, and the gearbox is not known for being the strongest in the world, but so far it's held up well. I'm running a 32 tooth idle gear and an 18 tooth pinion gear. Now, on a previous run on 2S, this went up to 42 miles an hour. And on 3S, it's gone over 60 miles an hour. So this thing is definitely a ripper for what it is. And today I'm running a more powerful 2S battery than I've ever run before. I want to run 2S to make sure that the handling of this car is okay. I just replaced all the steering linkages in here, realigned the car, lowered the suspension slightly, and hopefully all these things together will make it run better as a speed run car. Well, a vintage speed run car. It's not that fast, but still pretty fast for what it is. At any rate, it does not need the little wing on there. Those of you that watch my channel know that wings for my Traxxas Bandit, but I'm running it on here just to kind of feel it out, see if it helps, and if things feel good, I'm going to run this at 3S pretty soon, but I'm waiting on some 3D printed gears that'll make the car go even faster. So with those gears, this car may well hit 65 plus miles an hour. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm trying to keep the phone out of the wind here as I'm recording, but I don't know how successful I'm being. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping for about 45 miles an hour. Again, my previous best was 42 miles an hour. All right, first up, I'm gonna run this Ovonic Shorty 2S 4600 mAh LiPo. This battery is a real turd. I only run it in my vintage cars because it can't handle high amp draws. It just falls flat on its face. Horrible voltage sag, but you know, it's decent in this car. In the past, it went, I think it was 40.5 miles an hour. So we'll see how it does today. I have the GPS zeroed out, trying to get the steering dialed in a little bit, and we'll see what it does when we get this car buttoned up and see if we can get about 40 miles an hour out of it with this Ovonic battery. There we go. It's pretty windy today, so I'm a little nervous about how this is going to run, and I'm hoping my front spoiler there does not rub. It's pulling a little bit to the side, so I'm going to try to compensate here. All right, I think that's straight enough. I haven't run this car in quite a while, so I'm real rusty with it, but let's see what it can do on 2S. All right, something's not right here. I don't know what's going on with it. The steering seems really wonky. Well, that's crazy. You know, maybe I should have left this car retired. It used to be pretty fun at 2S, but that did not go well. I'm going to try to remove the wing. Maybe it's scraping. Possibly that's what's causing the steering to be kind of messed up. I'm not really sure. I did do an alignment on the car, and I thought I made it better, but maybe it's worse. So I'm going to go ahead and take this front spoiler off and give it another try. So just fooling around there, it hit 36 miles an hour. Let's see if it can go ahead and steer a little better now that I took that front wing off. Oh yeah. Maybe that was it. All right, yeah, that was it. It did not like that front spoiler on there. I think we're in much better shape now. Let me put the GPS back in it, and we might only hit 39 or so because I did some running already, but I did pre-warm this battery, so that might offset some of the performance I took out of it fooling around with it just now. All right, I'm gonna get the GPS back in here and see what happens. All right, I have the GPS zeroed out again, and let's see if it runs a little better this time. Now, something is wrong here. Maybe it's the alignment. That is really odd. The handling is really weird. Something's not right. All right, we did hit 39 miles an hour, but the car was not happy. The motor's, it's warm, but not hot. Well, I might throw the bigger battery in here and just give it a rip and see what it does, but I definitely am gonna have to fool with the alignment on here a bit and get it dialed in better. Okay, I was actually able to disconnect the end links and give it a little bit of toe in. See if this makes it any better. Huh. Maybe a little bit. I was just noticing this parking lot has a lot of bumps in it where there's parking spaces are. So I'm gonna pull it over here to where it's smoother, and maybe that'll make a difference as well. Yikes. Still not quite right, but it's better than it was. Oh, my speed run suspension tune does not seem to be working well. I put thicker shock oil in, 50 weight. I lowered the springs a bit, and I don't know. It's just not handling like it used to. I may have to put it back to how it was. Let's see if we did any better than 39. At this point, this battery's probably starting to wear down a bit, but we'll see how it did. All right, 41.4. I'll take it. Not bad for 2S on a low-end battery. I might tinker around with this a little bit more off camera and see if I can get the suspension to behave a little better. All right, now I softened up the rear suspension some. See if this is any better. No. I think that was worse. Still going 41, but it's like I sheared off the end link on this shock. Darn. All right, this is probably a really stupid idea, but I had a little bit of super glue with me. I glued the end link back on, hopefully it can get me one clean run with this Gens Ace drag pack. It's a 2S 6100 mAh 130C LiPo. This is equal to my other fastest 2S LiPo. Should bring this Raider's speed up a couple miles an hour, and hopefully it'll hit, we'll see, 43 or 44 would be nice. The fastest it's ever gone on 2S was 42.5 on my Ternigi 2S LiPo. As soon as I picked up the car, the suspension fell apart, so this is really dumb, but I put some tape on here. Hopefully it just holds it together well enough to get one quick pass in. Probably end in disaster and I'll break something and regret doing this, but we'll see what happens.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm
Well,
running.
it was good until I let off.
I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm flooded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always
43.6. So this is the fastest this car has ever gone, but definitely not a clean run. And I have no throttle. All right, that's the problem right there. One of the wires broke out of the connector during my crash, so. Not a very successful day. So this Raider speedrunning stuff is difficult. I think I may have forgot just how hard it is. I will tinker with it some more. I need to get the stability taken care of before I even think about going any faster on 3S than I did, because the car is actually running a lot worse than it used to. So I'll get this thing repaired, and I just wanted to get it out. I hadn't run it in a long time, and I try to do some vintage stuff on my channel. So from all my Raider fans out there, sorry this video didn't turn out to be better than it was. However, it did go the fastest it ever has on 2S. So 43 plus miles an hour, not too bad for 2S, but the stability is just not there, and I'll have to get this straightened out and come back faster another day. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.